Hey guys, welcome back. And today we're going to be answering a question that is a source of a lot of debate in the softball world, and that is, are screwballs safe for your arm? You're going to hear a lot of back and forth between coaches, parents. There's going to be a lot of coaches and parents who are concerned and they will never teach their pitchers a screwball because they are convinced that it is bad for your arm, it's going to hurt your elbow in the long run, it's a very unnatural movement of the arm. And then there's the other side that are convinced that no, it's totally safe for your arm, it's not one of my pitcher's best pitches, it's not going to hurt you. So, and this has been going on for a long time. This is not like a recent debate. The question of, are screwballs safe or not has been going on for a long time. So let's kind of break down this question today. Are screwballs safe for your arm, or are they going to ultimately end up hurting your elbow and hurting your arm in the long run? The answer is they are completely safe if, and this is a big old if, you teach it correctly, okay? If you teach the screwball correctly, it is completely and totally safe for your pitcher to throw it. They will not hurt their elbow, okay? If they are taught incorrectly, there is a very, very big chance that they could end up with an elbow or arm injury, okay? So ultimately, the screwball, other than a slight difference in the body position, but as far as as far as the release goes, it's not gonna look a heck of a lot different than your fastball. And this actually really goes for all movement pitches. Something that I like to remind my girls is that you wanna keep the arm low and you wanna keep it loose. What really changes in each of the movement pitches is the action of the wrist and fingers, okay? There's no movement pitch that you're gonna throw that's gonna require like excessive elbow bending or tension in the shoulder. And if you're feeling that in any of your movement pitches, chances are you're not throwing it correctly. Because again, what creates the movement on a breaking pitch? It's the spin. And what creates spin is the wrist and fingers, okay? So when we talk about a screwball, what I like to have my pitchers do is they're gonna do their same load, they're gonna come off the rubber in a very similar way as their fastball. There's gonna be a tiny, tiny bit of an extra step to the left of the power line. So if we land here for a fastball, we're gonna land here for a screwball. That's it. Not a huge difference, okay? We're gonna allow the body to stay a little bit more open than it normally would as we deliver. So if you think about how you deliver a fastball, you're gonna open up and then the hips are gonna rotate through and you're gonna fire that hand down to your target, okay? We're gonna stay a little bit more open than we normally would just to make space for our arm. But when we talk about the delivery of a screwball, it's gonna be super similar to a fastball. We're gonna have some nice elbow lead down the back side of the arm circle. We're gonna pull that elbow down to the hip, and then as we go to deliver, we're gonna kind of let that hand just go out to the end of the throw zone, to the end of that front hip, as we would for a fastball. But instead of snapping and firing straight out, we're gonna spin out and underneath that ball. But look how relaxed my arm stays, okay? I'm leading from that elbow, and I'm just letting that hand get nice and relaxed. I like to kind of tell my girls to have that thumb kind of pointing away from them as they deliver, but it should be really, really loose and smooth and relaxed, okay? If you're doing that, again, very similar to the fastball with different wrist and finger action. If you're doing that, there should be no way that your pitcher hurts her arm or her elbow. Now, here's where we run into problems, okay? Here's where we run into situations where pitchers are taught a screwball and it does hurt the arm and the elbow. There are many coaches who think that in order to create movement of the ball in the direction where they think it's supposed to go, you have to quite literally force the ball there or push it there. So what you'll very often see with screwballs is a lot of involvement of the elbow and a lot of involvement of the shoulder. So what you might see is pitchers getting into that screwball position and then going like this. So they're getting that hand out to the front side and then forcing their elbow to go towards their target, so the hand ends up going in the direction of where they think the ball is supposed to end up. Or they'll come out to the front side and let their arm fly all the way out to the side. If you're doing this one, you're gonna feel it a lot in your inner elbow. If you're letting your arm fly all the way out to the side, you're gonna feel it a lot in your shoulder, okay? Again, movement pitches are created by differences in the wrist and fingers, how you're putting pressure on the seam, how the wrist and fingers are working. They are not created by excessive elbow movement or excessive shoulder movement. And this is when we're gonna start to see injuries. So when you have that pitcher who's forcing her elbow out or forcing her hands to come all the way out to the side, that's when you're gonna start to see those elbow injuries. Just doing that a few times actually hurt my inner elbow. So again, low and loose, regardless of what movement pitch you're throwing. You're gonna wanna still feel that elbow lead because all of our movement pitches have whip, okay? The only pitch that doesn't is a changeup, okay? And then again, very similar to the fastball, you're gonna let that hand come out to the side. It's gonna stay nice and tight to your body, and you're gonna use the wrist and fingers to spin away, okay? So you're gonna get that kind of spin away from you. It does not involve excessive elbow bending. It does not involve arm flying far away from the body, okay? So next up, check out this video of my pitcher, Brianna, throwing a screwball safely with really great break. I hope you guys have found this helpful. I hope this has given you guys a little bit more confidence in the fact that a screwball should not hurt your pitcher's arm as long as it's taught correctly. I've got a lot more videos coming your way, and I'll talk to you soon.